Miles Turner out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Halliburton in at the point guard position.
And Halliburton just sees the play before the play.
Well, we're more than a few games into the year. How much do we know about this year's rookie class, Grant?
Well, it's still early. We have to remember, we might be a half year into a decade-plus career for some of these guys. So I think it's best to reserve judgment for now. An NBA career is a marathon.
And here's Halliburton, an aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. Hield passes to Smith. Ooh, rejected by Wiseman. Pass to Tiny, 14 feet away, and that's good. Off the glass that time.
And Wiseman, that long frame and that left hand, able to whip that pass to his teammate.
Outside Hield. Here's Duarte. A minute 6 left in the first quarter of the game. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors. And here in the first half of December, a look at the most recent power rankings. Hey, some intriguing stories. You look at the Pacers, they've stalled a little bit, looking to get something started and make a move up the ladder.
I think for the Warriors, they continue to look incredibly dangerous. The cohesion and teamwork they show on a nightly basis has a lot to do with that.
Here's Green. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Tough to contest that one. Draymond went right up into a one-piece shooting motion.
Pass to Duarte. Back to Halliburton. And here's Smith. Green covering. Here's Duarte. A good look from Turner. The Pacers again can't hit.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area. The defense gets away with one there.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
To win the run, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Great decision from Tyrese Halliburton. Understands when he should look to set up his guy.
Pull for three. The shot misses. For Indiana, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And the basket by Hield.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Here's Tiny. And the three off target. Here's Duarte. Ooh, rejected by Wiseman. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Warriors ahead, leading by 3. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this.
Show some love and clap your hands. Here they are.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Goga Bitadze. Daniel Tice is out there with Nesmith. Then there's T.J. McConnell. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. And Nesmith gets it to go.
And I'll tell you, Matherin's passing game has a solid foundation. Now, hopefully, it continues to grow here. Yeah, and for the Pacers, things had gotten stale. So they bring in a new coach in Rick Carlisle, a new potential star in Tyrese Halliburton, a fresh start for this franchise.
Wiggins finds Green. Now here's Wiseman. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Wiseman's got 5 points.
And Wiseman showing off his power that time.
Pass to Matherin. Here's Bitadze. And 1:01 left in the first half of basketball.
And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
Puts one up from 19. The rebound by Nesmith.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Draymond Green. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Indiana.
And the first one at the line is good. And some changes here for the Pacers. Turner, he's checked in for Bitadze. Jackson comes in for Tice. And it's Duarte in for Nesmith. 43 seconds left in the first half. Left side, Green. Shoots over Jackson. Pacers with a rebound.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Back to McConnell. Tries yet again. Iguodala with the rebound.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Here's Turner. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not.
Anchor so far. Stifling shots left and right.
Been aggressive to block shots, but also avoiding fouls. That's a heavy presence inside.
On the floor for the Warriors. Green at the 4 and Wiseman at the 5. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Andre Iguodala. And it's Tiny in at the 1 spot. Yep, that one goes. Well, Brent, the relationship between players and refs can sometimes seem a little hostile. Does it need to be that way?
Well, you and me have our little tiffs, don't we, Brian? So, yes, in order for us to do our best work. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't have to be that way. But look, when you're at this level of competition, it's heated, it's intense. Sometimes get outside your gourd a little bit. And that's when instances like this can happen between a player and a referee. And that goes for both sides.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line. A chance at a 3-point play.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Some changes for Indiana. Bataze comes in for Turner, and Tice subbed in for Smith. For Indiana, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Outside heel. Pass to Bataze. Here's Duarte. Shot from 12. And that one hits the back iron.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Halliburton outside. Green with the defensive effort.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
DiVincenzo can't hit. Indiana trailing here.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Pass to Bataze. Back to heel. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Tice. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead, up by 4.
16.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Jackson and Turner are in the middle. Then there's T.J. McConnell. Then it's Nesmith. So that's the group out there for Indiana. The Warriors shooting at about 44% so far. Here's Poole. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Highlight reel stuff there from Jordan Poole.
Well, Indiana shooting a low 26% from the field. The floater. Shot's good by Mathurin.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
Well, breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
And, you know, a close game, you got to find that edge. High-energy plays like that one can make a big difference.
Pass to Nesmith. Here's Mathurin. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Green.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. You have to use better judgment there. just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Matherin. That one is off. Excellent D there from Kuminga. The Warriors have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Warriors.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Graham. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
NBA, can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well-deserving of this win.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
Here's Hield. Tries again. Ooh, rejected by Wiseman.
And Wiseman using the length, swatting that one away.
And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Pass to Turner to halt the run. And it's Wiseman with the rebound. And the Warriors with possession. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. The kick out to Wiggins. No good with the triple. Here's Duarte, outside heel, from outside the arc. And he can't get that one. And so it's